Good morning. Welcome to my home. My name is Julie. I'm the mom to 8, and today we're going to be taking you through just a typical summer day at our house. So I like to get up first if possible and get myself ready for the day. I spend some time in the Word, get my shower, and then I have actually been going straight into doing some work. I have opened a membership group for moms called the Delightful Homeschool Moms Group. It's a place where homeschooling moms can find community and encouragement. And so I've been spending time each morning just preparing my thoughts about things that I want to share with them or praying over the group. There is actually still time to join this week if you are a homeschooling mom and in need of someone to walk alongside you. It's only $8 a month to join, and you can find all the details at thedelightfulhomeschool.com. So I'm going to quickly prepare my kids' to-do list for the morning and then head out to the garden. On these beautiful summer mornings, the garden is my favorite place to go. Elsie is awake, so she is joining me, and typically as kids start to get out of bed, they will come find me in the garden. It's just a very peaceful place to be. So we are enjoying the flowers, picking a couple tomatoes and cucumbers, and doing a little bit of weeding. We've been using the Back to Eden garden method, so there's not a whole lot of weeding. It's been pretty wonderful. Once I'm back in the house, I'm going to start making some breakfast. My kids are also up and they've begun on their morning jobs. Each one of my children has one morning job to do in addition to brushing their teeth and getting themselves dressed and having their own time with the Bible. Jason is going to be working away from home today, and so I'm making sure that I have some lunch to send with him today. And of course, as you moms know, every moment of your life is spent guiding your children. So no matter what you're doing, you will have somebody who needs a little bit of extra help or an answer to a question. My kids really like tea, so you can see my boys preparing cups of tea for themselves. Isabella is getting started on her morning job of sweeping, and I am taming Elsie's hair and getting it real pretty for the day. Elsie and Lydia actually got matching dresses, so they were very excited to wear those today. Last night before I went to bed, I mixed up some bread, some sourdough bread, to let it ferment all night long. So this morning we are going to be taking care of that. Elsie's birthday was just this week, and for her birthday she got some baking things. So she got these little silicone loaf pans, mini loaf pans, and matching mother-daughter aprons. So she's very excited to help this morning and put those to use. Both of those products I can link in the description box because we really enjoyed them, so I know some of you would too. So she's going to go ahead and take my bread dough that I have ready to bake and put it into her little loaf pans for one last rise before we put it in the oven. Once our morning work is done, we actually are jumping into a family read-aloud. We're reading an old Henry Huggins book. And I want to take a moment to talk about reading aloud to a lot of children, because I have heard from some of you that you struggle with reading aloud if there's any kind of noise or wiggly children, and I want to assure you that it is very normal. And the alternative would probably be never reading aloud together at all if you just waited for that perfectly quiet moment. So some of my children will sit quietly for the entire time, but my other children either need an activity to do, something to keep their hands busy, or they'll kind of wander back and forth while I'm reading. We like to get out our markers and coloring pads from Arteza or some type of building activity. When little hands are busy, it can be a lot easier for them to listen. So the bread came out of the oven and it is perfect. We were so excited to see this morning. I used the bread recipe from Farmhouse on Boone if you're interested in checking it out. So I've started our fall garden, and the Brussels sprouts have a very cool germination temperature, and so I've started those indoors on all of our windowsills because we've been having 90-degree days here. You can see my little sprouts are up, so I'm taking some time just to water them. It's such an amazing thing to watch growth. Even though we are actually on homeschooling break this month, my kids are always doing things that involve learning because learning never stops. Leo has books and stories that he likes to write, and he asked me if he could put those onto a website. The day is moving on, and we are actually approaching the time when Jason is going to be coming home, and I'm so glad. You can see that Lydia kind of reflects how we all feel. We are ready for a change. I have dinner started in the oven. I am roasting a whole chicken tonight, and I'm going to make some Brussels sprouts and some rice on the side. I'm going to finish clearing off the table, and then we all get to sit down for our evening meal. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. This is the second best thing to having you here with us. I hope you have a wonderful day in your own home, and I will see you very soon.